Oh shit. Let me see here. I've done this in a while. I look so manly right now with this facial hair. I'm going off topic a little bit because I don't want to shave every day, but my hair comes back so freaking much. Alright, so how should I start this out? Where do I start this? What's up, Jed? Where is this coming from? So I kind of got this inspiration to do this video today. I haven't done these. What's up, Tatiana? What's up, Lewis? Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving and holidays and stuff. And so this video comes from a friend of mine, Bill. Shout out to you, bro, if you're watching this. And it comes from him. You can value. It comes from a special friend of mine. They know who they are. I care about them a lot. And I feel like this is needed for around this time. This time of the year is supposed to be a good time of the year where it's the last 3 months. We've got the holidays, Halloween, Christmas, Black Friday, you know, families come together. It's supposed to be, on paper and in theory, a good time, right? Where people come together and people are like, oh my God, my cousins are here, my aunt, my uncle, my dad, my mom, and we all eat and maybe you drink, whatever. It's supposed to be a time for families to come together, enjoy each other's company, be appreciative of, you know, of each other, that and just be fun and just have love. We're supposed to be in the energy and presence of love. What's up, peeps? What's up, J-Boo? We're supposed to be in the energy and presence of love in this time, I believe. I think we all want that. Here's the problem. I found this out recently that around this time of the year, actually, starting from like October and on, stress levels skyrocket, DUI skyrocket, incarceration skyrocket, all this crap, people stressed out. And why is this? Because, well, at least I believe, holidays are stressful. Why are the holidays so stressful for so many of us? What goes on when they're supposed to be a time of joy, happiness, and love? It's because we have unresolved shit from our childhood, from our parents having stuff from their childhood and relatives, and there's a lot of judgment. I was talking to a friend of mine recently, today and yesterday, who's going through a lot of time with their family, and just like their mother, their father who wasn't there, who has no need to say anything, their siblings, and like their, you know, siblings' spouse, all saying that, oh, you should give up custody of the children, you're not that great of a parent. All this stuff, which is complete utter bullshit. And I'm pissed off because I'm really tired and sick of people looking at their, like, just stopping themselves from doing what they want to do and being who they want to be and doing what they want in life, all because they're like, well, I can't do it because if I do this, if I post this on Facebook, you know, if I do this shit, my parents will say something, my family will see, blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. It's all excuses because you're so afraid of the judgment of what they're going to say. I want you to saying something. Judgment. Oh, I think I saw my nose. Like, oh shit. Real quick. Anyways. Yo, hold on. I'll be right back. Woo! Oh shit, I really do. You know what? You know what? Oh well. Fuck it. So yeah, I totally had something on my nose. Fuck it, I'll keep it real. So where was I? Live TV, it's all good. Yo, so anyways, what's up, Rena? So anyways, look, where was I? So judgment. So the judgment, okay, this world that we live in is based on judgment. Why? Because we've been taught this bullshit lie that if we judge ourselves and judge other people, it'll motivate them to change. When it does the complete exact fucking opposite. If you judge something yourself, someone else, it locks shit into place. Think about it. How many times in your life, I've done this so many times, that's why I've been so hard on my goddamn self, how many times have you judged yourself to be like, oh, I suck, I'm horrible, I'm terrible, I'm a fucking failure, all this shit, all the things that you judge yourself on, to think, and you think you'll get better. Maybe it helps. I'll tell you what, from my personal experience, I've been so hard on myself, judging myself, think I can do better, and yet, does it work? A little bit. A little bit. I think we'd agree, it works a little bit. But then, it's like you take one step forward, and you make a mistake, make someone angry, and then it's like you get knocked back 8 steps. Then you're like, whoa, shit, I'm a failure, I gotta keep going, I'm not working hard enough. All these negative things that you tell yourself, that end up coming true, so then you do it again. You take one step forward, 8 steps back, and you're in the cycle of what's called insanity. Stop doing it to yourself, bro. Ladies, start loving yourself, who the fuck you are and what you do. Here's a question. You know what happens with us in all of our judgments? It's like we think something is wrong, and we judge ourselves, we beat ourselves down, we think, oh my God, something's wrong with me. Here's a question. What if there was nothing wrong with you? What if there's something wrong with you? Because there isn't. You're not a horrible person. You're not a fucking failure. You're not terrible. Because you know what failures do? Failures don't watch this shit. Failures don't keep trying. They don't keep going forward. They don't keep trying to improve and get better and think of what else they can do. They give up. I know a guy who's a failure. I can tell you about his name. What's up, Bill? I know a fucking guy who's a failure. He's giving them his fucking kids. And then, when he comes back in, he's like, well, you know, don't expect much from me as being a dad. He left his fucking children for some other woman who's like almost 20 years younger, who's got kids by some other fucking dude. And like, hasn't given his kids the past 9 months to a goddamn year, hasn't called them, hasn't given them fucking money, and is looking for an excuse to like not come to them. I'm kind of angry right now because I'm just like livid. Because I care about someone, they know who they are. They know who they are. Yeah, and Fair's bitch wanna complain. Theo, thank guys, like this, I appreciate it, let me know. And it's like, that's a failure. A failure looks for ways to like say, fuck it, fine. If the kids like this guy better, then you can have the kids. And it's like, bruh, you have fucking children, 2 daughters, and you're like, left them and shit? Like, who the fuck? I still don't understand how men do that. How men get into a relationship with a woman, get pregnant, whether it's on purpose or by mistake. In this case, sounds like it was a mistake. And then you're just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave. And it's like, what? No, you can't do that. But anyways, judgment. So, not just judge that guy. Whatever. So I'm wrong for that. I'll admit that. So anyway, so look. So judgment locks shit into place. It doesn't work. Doesn't help. But does not do anything for you. It just fucks you up all in life. You have to let shit go. You have to let your judgments go of yourself. Because here's the thing. Here's what I believe. Here's what I know to be true. And Bill, I think you believe it because Bill knows about dying and coming back and realizing, oh shit, we have more. We are infinite beings. We are infinite beings. Our bodies, we go beyond this physical body. We have energy. I have my energy clean. I felt this shit. I've gotten readings on Reiki. So I believe this is not my first time being on this planet. I'm pretty smart. And certain things I've had readings on past lives and shit that I've done in like thousands of years ago. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. Why do this right now? Like, it all makes sense. So I believe that. If you don't believe it, that's fine. I don't care. You do shit, man. Do what works for you. I'm all about, you know, raising my awareness, consciously, unconsciously, my vibration, my energy, and helping people out who want to do that shit, because that shit is important. Yo, true. Yo, Bill Preppy, Bill like, yo, shit's nuts. Yo, if you listen to the story. So anyway, we are infinite beings. When it comes to judgment, and if you want to deal with judgment of your family, who's more fucked up than you are, if you watch this because you want to get better, which is ironic. I think it's so ironic that there's people in your own goddamn family who are more fucked up than you are, who are like, well, you should be doing this and this and this shit. And you want to look at them and go, motherfucker, aren't you overweight, unhappy with your own life? You're probably broke. You got all this shit, but you want to criticize me. It's like, really, bro? No, it's not the way it works. So here's how you deal with it. The only way anything, judgment for your family, problems can become overwhelming and bigger and something that you feel like you can't deal with is when you let that become bigger than you. I'm gonna repeat that shit. Yo, thank you, Henry, man. I'm not trying to like butcher your first name. The only time that anything, a disease, your family's judgment, whatever, becomes bigger than you, when you feel overwhelmed, is when you let it overwhelm you. And why does it happen? Because people don't know what to do. So they go, oh, they freak out. And what happens is you run from the problem, which we all do, probably been drinking or whatever, to try and numb it, but you're not dealing with the issue. You keep running and running and running and running and running and running and running, but then nothing changes. Because they don't believe that they're bigger than it. You are bigger than any fucking situation on the planet. You are bigger than that. So, when it comes to family's judgments, you don't have to let that affect you. You're letting it affect you. You don't have to. Okay? And guess what? Here's a choice. If you know your family's jacked up, they're gonna judge you and stuff, guess what you can do? You ain't got to talk to their ass. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my God! You don't have to call them. You don't have to deal with them. If you still want to have a relationship, send an email, text it, hey, I love you, appreciate you, and then boop, leave it at that. And people get fucked up. Like, oh my God, it's the holidays. I do with my family. Then go to someone else's family who doesn't judge and is way more fun. It's a choice, bruh. We all have a choice. The only time you don't have one is when you think you don't, and you cut yourself off from the awareness and all the infinite possibilities that are out there. Now, for those of you who are in a situation where you're living with family because you have to depend on them for the time being, you can't just cut them off because you're like, well, I still need them. Understandably so. Here's what you do. Your family will continue to judge you and do stuff for the rest of your life till the day they die, most likely. Yeah, you do, but here's the thing. If you're living with them, what you have to change is you. You gotta deal with you. They're still gonna judge you, and there's a way to do that. I can tell you this. My mother wasn't so judgmental, but JB knows about this. Growing up with my mom, and my parents were divorced, and I had a lot of anger with her. Tons of anger, bro. Like my mother, my parents, my dad was still in my life, thankfully. We were growing up. And for me, I can't speak for my sister, who's younger. My mom would treat me one way. My mom would say, I'm your mother, you're the child, you gotta do this, this, and this. So I was like a subordinate, and I hated it. Because my father would be like, well, you know what, Matt, you're 16, 17 years old, you should be able to do X, Y, and Z. So he's trying to raise me up, while my mother's trying to keep me at this stupid level. So, as a young teenager, and I'm a Leo too, we don't like to be told what to do unless it works out in our favor and what we want. I had a lot of inner conflict. I really felt like, well, who am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be this child, according to mother? Okay. Or am I supposed to be this evolving young man who's supposed to be able to one day be able to go out into the world and take care of himself, and then, if I decide to have a family and stuff, which one am I? So I chose my dad's route. That caused conflict with my mother and I held in so much anger for years, up until I was about 27. So from time I was 15, 14 to 27. And that caused me ringworm coming up. There's so much anger. I would do what's called emotional shadowboxing. I said this before. I'd be in the bus, the metro, in my room, in my bed. I would imagine having these epic arguments in my mind. I was yelling at her and telling her how I felt, and I'm always winning. If you do that, not healthy. And I finally did Psych K, and I released the anger. And ever since then, I've been cool. And then once I changed, she changed differently. She acted differently towards me. Why? Because the energy I was giving off was different. Then at that point, instead of thinking about her and getting angry, I would think about what she would do and start laughing. Now, if I can do that, you can do that. Wherever you are. And here's the thing, if you're going to change, when you're asking for a change, people don't realize this, and people don't seem to understand this, and it's not talked about in personal development and everything else. You have to start where you are. If you want, it's like driving. If you want to drive to the restaurant down this, that's 10 miles away, what are you going to do? Say, oh, I'm just going to walk there and be right around the corner? No, if you're going to tell your GPS has to know where you are to tell you how long it's going to take, to help tell you how far and how long it's going to take you to get to where you want to be. People don't do this. What do people do? They say, oh, I want to do X, Y, and Z, so let me jump to step 13 instead of starting at step 1, but then they don't get step 13 and they get pissed off and quit when it's like, bruh, you gotta start at step 1, and step 1 has to be completed before you hit step 2, which has to be done before you hit step 3, and so on. You gotta start where you are. So here's the thing, here's the trick. If you live with family that's judging you and you can't get out right away, the first thing you gotta do, the very first thing is, you make the decision. You make the decision, you make it, thanks for likes, thanks for love. You make the decision over and over and over that I'm not going to let them affect me. Are there days it'll piss you off still? Yes, but I'm about to tell you a way how you can deal with this. You make the decision to say, you know what, I'm bigger than this shit. They don't control my life. Your family and judgment don't control your life. Your life is where it is based on your decisions and your decisions alone. Exactly like my mom. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but whatever. Your life is where it is based on your decisions alone. So first, decide that you're not gonna let their judgments and what they say affect you. Like honestly, at that point, you literally have to tell yourself, choose the word you want to use. At that point, you gotta be like, no, I'm not letting them decide how I feel and what I do. Fuck them. Seriously, you gotta start at that point. Number 2, here's where it gets to the pragmatic side. How you feel about it. When you think about how they're judging you and all this stuff, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel sad, depressed, make you feel small, contracted, horrible, or do you get angry? Okay? Focus on, think about how does that make you feel? And then, here's the thing. And then look into where do you feel that in your body? Keep this in mind. Where do you feel this in your body? Do you feel like a little knot in your throat? Do you feel tension in your chest? Do you feel in your stomach? For me, when I do this stuff, a lot of it, I feel most of it in my stomach area. Sometimes there's tension in my chest, and sometimes if it's like sadness, it'll be like a lump. I feel like there's like a lump or knot in my throat. Okay? Regardless of where it is, you have to, this is how you're gonna deal with it. And this might take you a few minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, but I would suggest going somewhere quiet for a good hour to process stuff. And I'm telling you, when you do this, you'll notice a difference. So let's say, for example, you feel sadness from being judged in your stomach. Maybe it's somewhere in your chest. Okay. Here's what you do: close your eyes. Don't judge yourself. Don't say, "Oh my gosh, you didn't feel this." Bring up the emotion. Bring it up. I'm trying to do with you. Bring up the emotion. Imagine them saying stuff to you or something they said to you last week, last year that just brings it up, like it's anger, like get real pissed off in a moment. And all you're gonna do is feel out. What's up, Shauna? You gotta feel out the emotion. You feel it. You breathe. Just breathe it in. Breathe out. Deep breaths. Relax first. Feel out them. Just feel it. Feel out the emotion. And the way that you picture this is you could imagine that you're in like a storm, okay? And on the outside, imagine like all the anger you feel, whatever the emotion is that you're feeling, is like the outside of a hurricane. And what you're trying to do is feel your way to the center, to the eye, where it's calm. And you'll know when you get this. So continue to feel out the emotion, breathe, feel it out, breathe in, breathe out, and feel that emotion. Continue to feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. That's right. Yo, I'm good at stuff. I've done it. I use this technique to get over my fear of flying for 20 years. So feel the shit out, and you'll notice that as you continue to do it, at some point you'll feel this release. You feel this, whoo, like you just got rid of some weight off your body. And when you feel that release, that means you've gotten to the center, or as I like to see it, this calm white space. Okay, calm white light space. You get in that white space. Whew, I'm doing it right now. Man, I can feel that shit. And just drop down the center. Drop down the center. And you continue to do that, and you'll feel the emotion just like dissipate off of you. It's like you feel lighter. You feel calmer. And you feel like, oh, I feel better. I got this. I can do this. And then you repeat the process. You search your body, you search for your body and your feelings, and if there's still more of that same feeling or anger, if there is, you keep going. You feel it out, You try to find that, you feel it out, you try to imagine going through like the hurricane, or you feel out the feeling and you try to get to that white space, the calm white center. You get to that center again, feel it out. Breathe, continue to breathe and let it go, let it go, let it go. So it is. And you'll keep doing it over and over. Now, this is the process you'll be doing for the rest of your life, because this is emotional mastery, because you'll have different things come up that'll piss you off, make you upset. Well, if you continue to do this, and I do offer coaching on this, guys, Bill, inbox me, comment, bro, I'll tell you about this. I can coach you on this. I'm doing this. I do need some test subjects. What's up, Pam? Pam knows about this. What you'll notice is that when you do this process, especially from relatives that just piss you off and anger you, I've done this from my mother and other things. Here's a true story. You'll notice that you become less reactive. Things won't phase you. You're gonna be like, wow, this is amazing. I don't know, like, how does this work? Like, it won't phase you anymore. You'll be like, someone will say something to you, and that usually piss you off, and one of two things will happen. At least this has been my experience. Either one, I'm like, whatever, flies by you, or you laugh, even better. So, here's a true story. My mother, to this day, will not call me Matt. I don't like being called Matthew. I don't like it. Now, I used to get angry if someone called me Matthew. I'd be like, yo, don't call me that shit. I'm Matt. It's my fucking name. It's hard to find who I am. You don't call me that shit. It used to like just drive me nuts. But I got my emotional mastery coach, and we processed the emotion out. I let out all the anger, and now she's like, hello, Matthew. And I'm like, okay, hi. I still don't like it. But I'm like, fuck it, who cares? Big difference. Versus getting angry all the time and just being like, eh. So imagine going through your life now, instead of being reacting to everything, your kids piss you off, your ex-boyfriend pisses you off, your ex-girlfriend, stress, fears, phobias, whatever the case may be. Imagine being able to go through life, because I've been doing this for years now, and I feel way more calm about shit. Like, if something like takes me off for being centered, I go, ah! I sit back, breathe, do the technique. You know, if there's a lot of C energy, that means your thoughts and it's all outside of you and stuff. Sometimes when you do this, you may feel like energy is outside of you, like in front of you. If that's the case when you do this, all you do is imagine going outside your body from where you live, and you keep going as far as you can down the road, maybe to the next state, whatever. And what you find is that you keep going until you run into like this barrier. It's like this white barrier. It's like this energy bubble. When you cross the barrier, you'll feel it. You'll feel lighter. And you're like, huh? Because you're feeding this energy through your thoughts. So when you cross the energy bubble, and what you want to do to notice it, you'll notice how you feel on the outside. You feel calm, like more in tune with the planet and energy and source, right? But when you go back into the bubble, you'll feel I don't a lot of discord because you created it. So what you do, you go outside yourself until you hit that barrier. And all you do, you imagine unplugging the source that feeds that bubble, and it pops. For me, what I imagine, because I'm a gamer and shit, I play Dante's Inferno. Imagine I have a fucking sight, and I just fucking cut the cord, and there's a bunch of explosions and shit, and it's just like, and then I feel better. That's me. I'm a gamer. If you don't like it, well, fuck you. I don't care. What's up, John? Dragon McGillen! Oh my god, she knows about it. So anyways, yeah, so when you do this, you will feel better, and things around you will change. Your family will start treating you different. And this is a true story. I remember a Christmas 2 years ago, after doing this for, work with my coach, I worked with her for a while, like every Sunday. I was always hungover from drinking the night before. She's in New Zealand, so it'd be like 9 a.m. over there. I'd be waking up at like 3 p.m. here. We'd meet at 4. And I'd be like, hey. She'd be like, how you doing, Matty? And I'm like, I'm alive. We do go through the thing. I'd be hungover all the time. Not nauseous, just tired as shit. But I still did because I want to get better. I want to get freer and just have a better life and be like, yeah, I can do this shit. So, after working through a lot of issues with my mom and nervousness with like asking people stuff, women issues, a whole bunch of stuff, the day came that I thought would never happen in my life. And this happens only when you change you. When you change you and how you react to stuff, your environment has to change. By law. That's just the way it works. So one Christmas, it was like 2 years ago. Yeah. It was Christmas of 2014. 2 years prior to that Christmas, 2012, I had a huge argument with my mother, which another story I'll tell you. She comes up to me, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was calm around it, whatever. And she goes, Matthew, I want to talk to you. Okay. She goes, you know what, son? My mom tells me, she goes, you know what, son? I miss, talking to you, and I miss having, the way our relationship used to be when we would talk and stuff. I miss that, and I'm sorry, and I wanna reconnect and have a better relationship with you. I heard that shit. I was like, holy fuck, are you kidding me? I didn't say this, but in my mind, I was like, poof. I was like, did she just say she wants to reconnect with me? I was like, what the fuck? I was happy, but I was like, holy shit, bro. My mother came to me and said she wants to reconnect after so many years of us fighting and me not talking to her and her thinking I don't care. I was like, whoa! True story. I say this because if I can get through to work and my mom will fucking come up to me, which I never asked her, she came out the blue. I was like, what? But the universe will do that. The universe, when you are truly ready, the universe will say, here's a surprise, boop, and it worked. I was like, oh shit. And so when you learn to work through this shit yourself, people, your friends and family will notice a change. They won't be able to pinpoint it. They won't know what is exactly, but they'll see the difference. And when they see it, they'll have no choice but to go with the flow. And so what could happen is that they'll start, one, you'll become less reactive. What they say won't bother you. And two, they'll probably just stop. They're still gonna say shit about you, but who cares? End of the day, they're gonna do them. They're gonna continue to be unhappy, make shitty choices, and do stupid shit, and you don't. So, for you, if this is how you deal with judgment of your family and friends this holiday season, and for the rest of the holidays, for the rest of your life. And this is something you use for whatever, your fears, anxiety, PTSD, it doesn't matter what it is. Your emotions are energy. You know what emotion is short for? Emotion is short for energy in motion. Your emotions can be measured. They do give out a frequency. They can be measured. Like, they can be measured. And you can find research on this, like the energy of anger and of sadness and happiness stuff, that all have their own different frequencies. It's true. Because we're energy. We vibrate that. I can't wait till I fucking shave today. Holy crap. But yeah, you can use this. And so people, if you want to know more on how you can use this for anything else in your life, anything, whether it be stressful on money, relationships, ex-husbands, ex-wives, works really great for that. Whatever it is, I can assist you on this, and I'm looking to coach people on this, all right? Now, I want to do like a test group for a little bit and then say, hey, let's work out some deals. So look, if you want more coaching on this, I got you. I know how to make it work. I continue to do this on myself. I know how to work it. I know what to go through, and I know the benefits of it. Like, your life becomes better. It's less stressful. You don't worry about stuff. People freak out, oh my God, what the fuck, whatever. I'm like, yo, raise your vibration. Raise your awareness. Wake up. Because guess what? The world's waking up. And America is waking up now, I believe. And then we're going to continue to be woken up violently. Because with this new president coming in office, we're going to wake the fuck up. I'm happy about it. It's a good thing. I see the positive in it now. So, all your judgments you have that this wouldn't work, would you be willing to let all that go so you could have a better life? Would you be willing to let that go? Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all the judgments you have about this and amongst your family so that your life can be better? Let it go, let it go, let it go, and so it is. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna go shower because I worked out. I'm gonna eat some food. Again, inbox me if you want to know more about technique. I can coach you on it, one-on-one or in a group. And we'll go from there. I love you all. Get in the black as usual. And dude, have a good weekend. Peace.